It's your boy Kingkesh. How you guys all doing? Alright, so today, this will be coming out probably 5 days or whenever it's going to come out. It's going to be a long way after the fight has been done. But, alright, so we're going to look back on the fight between me and Emre. I'm just going to go through it with you guys and like tell you what I was thinking during that fight, you know, what my strategy was going into this. And, you know, I'll watch it with you guys and show you guys, you know, what I was feeling at that point in time, you know, what I had to do and everything like that. So just my mental thought going into that match. So let's jump in. I'll start up the match now. And yeah, I'll walk you guys through it and tell you guys what I was thinking going through this. Because that was a very nervous day for me. It was pretty nervous because I wanted everything to go correct. You know, I didn't want to get kicked out of the gym for having too much people there, all that sort of thing. So it was a really stressful day. But man, when it got in that ring and the match started, I turned on. It was awesome. Alright, so let's bring up the match now and we'll get straight to it. Sweet. Alright guys, we're going to jump into it and I'm going to tell you guys what I was feeling going into this. So obviously you got Tyson as the referee. So shout out Tyson, man. Huge part of why I actually did well in that match. Huge part of why I actually did well. Why, you know, I got my punches on point. You know, the movement, getting in there. Obviously movement's going to be a big play for my next fight against Nathan. Movement's going to be a big point in that. Let's get straight down into it. Let's go. Alright. Okay. Too loud. Oh, fam, I keep forgetting I've got the headphone volume up loud. Let's try that again. Okay.
I want to sit there.
You guys can hear my dad in there. Literally, it was the most hilarious thing ever. Yeah, so at that point, Tyson is just telling us, you know, no shots under the belt. You know, if I tell you guys to leave, you know, if the fight gets too out of hand, he's going to stop it, all that sort of thing. He was just giving us the normal rundown. Okay, to be fair, at this point, I was listening to Tyson, but in other hand, I really want to get the match started as well. Because I was just so gassed. Like, literally, before that, I was so nervous. Like, I was really nervous. But once that live stream turned on, I turned up for some reason. I was just so happy. I was gassed. I was feeling so, like, energetic inside. So I was gassed. I was really gassed. Yeah, so if you can see it, that son of a bitch sitting there right next to Jack James is my next opponent. He is going down, boys. I'm telling you that right now. He is going down. I'm gonna make sure of that. Even if I lose this fight, I'm gonna make sure I take a piece of this guy with me. So we've got Jack getting the time already. So it was 3 minutes, 6 rounds as well. Don't forget that. You guys started commenting. My dad bring that up there. Oh, here we go. Match is on. Okay. Alright, hold on. Alright, there we go. Alright, so at that point, when literally, I'm just gonna say the bell rang. So when it started off, he started bobbing like that really quickly. I was like, I got pulled back for a second there. I feel like I'm talking too loud. I got pulled back a second there. I was like a bit shocked. Like, what the hell? Like, what is this bobbing? I'm like, shit. Okay, that's a bit fast, but all right. And I was watching them like, okay, you know what? He's gonna stop as soon as I start moving in on him. So what I did was, because I knew Emre was gonna be so shocked. Like, he's trying to keep that distance. So what he's trying to do, yeah? He's trying to keep that distance with me. He's trying to keep that, because he's got a longer reach than me. My reach is here, Emre's is about here to me. So it's a pretty big reach between me and him. So he wanted to keep his distance with me. So I knew I had to box a bit like Mike Tyson in this one. I had to move into him had to move in, take a few punches and start throwing back as well. So I had to stick with him and not give him that kind of reach. So I had to stay really close. And that was, I could tell in his face that was scaring him that I put in there. I don't know why he didn't catch that. That was such a good combo. But that punch at the start rocked Emre so bad. He was not expecting that type of power to come out of me. So I was thinking, you know, for that, I wanted to land that first punch just to really show him, I'm here, bro. I'm here. I'm not taking it easy on you. So what I was trying to do at that point, I wanted to work the body a lot. I really want to work that body, you know, put him down in that liver shot, get that liver shot down, and really work on that. But it wasn't affecting him at all. But that 1-2 punch I got, that 1, 2, and then another hook like that, really stunned him. He was like, and he wasn't lifting up his hands as well, which I felt really weird. I'm like, because me, I can take that. I can take a punch, alright? I can take a punch. So that's why I feel like, I'm not trying to say, yeah, I have to have my hands up. I'm not saying I shouldn't have my hands up when I'm getting punched. But when I felt how hard he could punch me during the match, I think, well, I didn't really need my hands up that much. So I was in that stance where, you know, it's out here. I can get that reach in really quickly. And also, you know, I could take that punch if it landed here. But still, I didn't want to underestimate it. Because if he got me good shot in the jaw, it could have ended me there. It could have ended. So I had to be really, really smart about that. I was doing a lot of counter punching as well. A lot of counter punching. That was my thing in this game. In this match, that was my point. That was my game plan, to really counter punch. At this point, I was trying to toy with him a little bit, lean back, trying to taunt on him. It was really funny. I loved doing that. Oh yeah, okay, so at that point, he was really scared I was moving in. He was really scared of that. Oh, see? I love that dodge. I love that dodge. I kept watching it over and over again. That dodge is mad. The way I just leaned back like that and his fists went straight past me like that. And I was like, oh, I should have came back with a punch, but I really wanted to toy with him a little bit because I knew I had him. I just wanted to toy with him a little bit, get him down. But look at that smug face on Nathan, you know, just like slowly going, like whispering something to Jack, and Jack ain't even listening. He's just looking at his phone like, yeah, I don't give a fuck what you're saying. Bitch, I don't give a fuck. Let's just go back a little bit because I want to look at that dodge again. Yeah, I just want to see this dodge again. Look at that. Oh, straight. He was gonna tumble. If I punched him, he could have tumbled and fell. And another miss. Look at that. Yeah, see, I was really throwing wild. That's one thing I really regret. I should be more like throwing that punch and like, you know, keeping that guard. I kept the guard here though. Yep, that jab, lethal jab. I worked on my jab a lot. It was lethal. Ooh, that was below the belt. Tyson caught me on that. It was below. Oof. I was working him hard. He was. The first round was mine. He didn't get no punches in the first round. The first round was mine. Oh, he got me good there. I was rocked for a second. I'm like, whoa, alright. That's when I knew, you know what, he's here. He's ready for a fight. Bring it. That's when I felt his punch for the first time. I'm like, It was a soft tap because I didn't feel anything. I was like, alright, he's here. I know he's here. He was covering up, which was good at that point. He was very good at covering up. But when he covers his body, his hands are here. So that was the end of the first round. So that first round, I was feeling him out, but also trying to land in those shots. And what I want to do, I really want to work him, you know, stay close and not let him free up. Because this thing was about him knocking me out in the first round. So I wanted to show him, like, yo, you're not going to get me in the first round. That ain't happening. So that's what I really want to do. I was planning for round 3 to really knock him out. But something happened in round 3, which I'll explain to you guys. Because the audio isn't clear, so you can't hear us. And you can't hear Tyson either because of the music in the background and the people in the background in the bags. So you can't really hear. So I'll explain what was going on at that point. So round 1, we took a bit of a break, you know, got our water in, then went straight in for the next round, which is fun. At that point there, they switched cameras, so someone else was on the camera at this point. So my dad came in to speak to me at this point. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, he dropped his guard. He's fighting like me, dropping his guard down a little bit. I'm like, I'm thinking to myself, that's not a good idea. Because he's leaving himself right open for a jaw shot, and he's not that good at moving away from a punch when it's coming to him. That's when he started moving up now. This is when he started hitting me. So I was like, alright. He wasn't hitting it fully. But when he was, it was lethal punches, I'm not gonna lie. He's got a lethal punch on him. That was a good gut shot. That really hurt him. That really hurt him in the stomach when I got him. Alright. Yeah, see, that got me at that point. I was happy. At that point, I was happy when he landed that good shot on my eye. I was like, yes, alright, this is a fight. I was pumped. I was so gassed when he hit me. Some people find that weird. When I get hit, I'm gassed. I get really gassed. I'm really like excited. I'm like, oh, this is a fight. Yes, let's go. I'm really gassed when that happens. I don't get angry. I get gassed when that happens. So when he got me good in the eye, I'm like, all right, let's go. Let's go. This is the fight now. Let's do this. Because at the start, it just felt like, you know, target practice and MA was the bullseye. I was just constantly hitting. That was it. So when he threw that punch, I was like, alright, let's go. This is a fight now. My chain was out. Didn't really want that out there. Thank God it didn't break though. Thank God. I didn't even realize. And he was letting me relax there. I was relaxed. Yeah, I was just slowly bobbing, weaving, you know, taking my time with this. He was letting me cool down way too much. That was a big issue on his part. No one's cooling down the next match, I'll tell you that much. Yo, I was picking my shots and timing them well at this point. Ooh, that's terrible. Ooh. I don't like that. Man, this is pixelated at this point. Ooh. Okay, that's pretty bad. Hopefully fix it up a little bit. I haven't watched it that much since the fight. I just watched main bits. So I haven't really watched it properly to see. Yeah, see that's one thing that's definitely gonna change about me in the next fight that you watch with me. That's gonna change. The fact where I'm just like, you know, I'm slowly chasing him down and like going like this, that's gonna change. Because I know if I leave myself open like that, bang, 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 I'm gone. Someone could just go like that, I'm gone. I'll be rocked. I'll be like, I'll fall, literally. So I gotta make sure I keep my hands up, block that punch, keep landing in. You know, gotta keep that there. Always have a lookout. So that's one thing that's gonna change is my stance. I may be like this sometimes if I get a bit too confident and cocky, but I'm serious. It's gonna be up here. Yo, my arm looking big, yo. I'm sorry, my arm looking huge. The boy's been pumping. I'm sorry, like, not to diss Emre, he put up a good fight and all, but he was swinging for the fences. He was swinging for the fences. Like, in that one part, he was going like this. He was swinging for the fences, not proper technique, you know. Like, you gotta get that technique right, you know. Go hooks, you know. You gotta get that technique right. He was going like this. He got his arms down like this, like a UFC fight angle, like this. He was going like that. That's how he was throwing. Like, yo, it's a good technique for when you're in the octagon. That's a good technique for in the octagon. This, it's all about technique. You throw it like that, you're throwing axe punches. You really get points taken off you for that. For axe punches, you get points taken off for this. Yeah, see, what's Arun telling him here? Throw an overhand. It works. But when you miss that overhand and you don't come back quick enough, you are left open for a clear shot. So that's why it's like, and Zoom was really putting off Emre, you know, telling him to go now do it. It's like, I know when it's gonna happen. Do you think? I know when that punch is gonna happen, so I've gotta sort of estimate time of when I can move back or I'm ready for punch to come. So, you know, when Emre didn't do it, I was thinking to myself, yo, he's smart. He's not listening to anyone else. He's doing it by his game. He's doing it on his terms, which was very good on him. I'm glad people were helping Emre though. I was very glad with that. People were helping Emre out. It was very good. I'm happy with that. I don't mind playing the villain in a superhero thing. I don't mind playing the villain. Dad, they're telling me keep my hands up. I was too cocky at this point. I was winning the match, so I knew. That shot really rocked him. Yeah, at that point, he was really dazed and confused. At that point. He was very like, whoa, like, alright. That was a good hit. At this point, I was really just like pacing myself a lot. I was pacing. Yeah, see, that shot didn't hit. I was glad I put my hand up at that point, pushed it away, sort of thing. Yeah, I was bobbing around. I was feeling it at this point. That shot really got him. That was a good shot. Clipped him in the jaw. Very good shot. That's where he felt dizzy a little bit. See, he started feeling dizzy a little bit. You know, people were saying I had my hands down. I'll show you. There's a clear shot there. Take it. That hit me from my body. He was working the body. That was a really good shot. I really rate that. He got me good. This is where I was like, okay, alright, I see you, you're there. That was like a wake-up call, like, alright, maybe I gotta start taking him a bit more seriously now. None of those shots connected. Very disappointing. Disappointing plays by me. That was really good. I was telling him, come on. That shot. I kind of got a bit annoyed. He was landing so many punches. I'm like, he ain't landed no more. He ain't landed no more punches. Nah, ain't like this. So as soon as he landed that punch, I was like, come on. And then whack, got him straight there. It rocked him and it hurt him. You could tell by the way he is there. It's a bit pixelated, but I'm close enough. He's like that. So I know I got him good. And that really stunned him. That stunned him there at that point. I should have went in a bit more, but cause he's a mate, I kind of stepped it back. But trust me, I ain't holding back in the next fight. Ain't holding back. He's very dazed and confused. I'm telling him, come on, don't stop. So, alright. So it's standing count at the moment. He was back. Yeah, so my dad wanted to talk to Emre a little bit because I was there in front of Emre, so I could see he was a bit like this. like he was trying to focus up. I was thinking to myself, I think it might need to end it. So my dad went to go speak to him. You know, told him a few things on what to do. Because, you know, my dad helped train me. So any punch I was taking, my dad hit harder. So I was taking a punch from my dad. I was ready for it. My dad punches hard. So I was like, I'm taking every hit. So at this point, people said I was very cocky when I went like that. That wasn't me saying, come on, let's go. Come on. I'll be doing that in the next fight a lot. So I don't give a shit what you guys say. But like at that point, I'm telling him like that was just a general, you know, come on, don't stop fighting, don't stop that. Let's keep going. That's just me motivating him to keep going because I didn't want him to stop. So I don't keep going. Let's do. Don't stop. So that was what I was trying to do. Alright, so I told Tyson we'll take a break. So that was the end of the third round. That was the round I wanted to knock him out, but I had to stop it. I was like, oh, come on. So obviously that was the end of the third round. That only went for a minute. I was so shattered. I was like, oh, come on, man. I was shattered, but I think we should just ended it at that point. TKO on round 3, I think. The extra padding was just, you know, icing on the cake. It wouldn't have hurt as much. So again, that extra padding on the gloves was like a butterfly punching me here. I hated the fact that we had to use extra padding on those gloves and use different gloves. I was like, really? Like, come on. Like in the next fight, I'm using my own gloves. I'm not using that extra padding crap because we're gonna have mouth guards in this one for Nathan's somewhat reason. If we're using mouth guards for the next fight, I'm using my own gloves, the ones that don't have that extra padding on it. Cause, bro, literally take a punch. It's not that bad. I was taking punches in this that hurt with the same gloves. It wasn't hurting at all. So yeah, we'll wear mouth guards, but literally just take a punch. Like, is it really that bad that's gonna hurt? Take a punch. Like, this is boxing. You want to take a punch? This is boxing, mate. This ain't ballet. You're taking a punch. Alright. So I'm gonna skip through all this whole changing of the glove sequence. I wish you can edit a live stream. I really wish you could. So obviously Tyson checked it. He didn't check it at the start, but he checked it now. So I had extra padding on the gloves, whatever. Next fight, I'm not doing that extra padding crap. Nah, fam. But those were sick gloves though. Shout out Harry. Those are sick ass gloves. Those are sick. I actually like them. Like they look sick. Like the design and all. I want to get custom made ones. I want to get custom made gloves. Like those are sick. I'll just have custom made ones. Have them hanging up somewhere. They're just sick. But they cost a lot. Alright, let's go. So this is the point where I was ready to end. I'm like, this has gone on for too long now. It's time to end. That's my mental thought. I was like, I'm gonna end this now. Alright, start moving in now. Start taking it in. You tell Nathan was analyzing me so much. He really wanted to know. Yeah, I was ready to end it with him. I was ready. I was like, this has gone too long. I'd say Zurun's gloves look pretty cool too. The glove, the gold and the white. Yeah, see, I was lighting him up shots. I was lighting up. I'm like, nah, bro, you're going down this time. Yeah, see, look, I was just like, I got too comfortable at that point. I was very comfortable in my element at that point. I was very comfortable. Not acting cocky, I was just very comfortable in my element. I was very comfortable. Like what Emre was doing was the exact same thing I used to do. Change up my stance, change my stance up. So I stopped doing that because I was used to that. Martial arts thing, I used to always switch stance. So that's what I was used to. There you go. There you go. He was lighting me up. There we go. Let's go, Emre. Yep, he was lighting me up really good. I really enjoyed this. Yeah, look at this. I gloated too much. I pissed off everyone doing that. Yeah, this way I ended it now and whack. that right there, to be honest, he was lighting me up. I was gassed for him. I was really gassed. At that point, I just want to clear up, I wasn't acting cocky. I wasn't acting cocky at all. He was lighting me up. I was just like, yes, like I was doing what, you know, that Hulk Hogan and Stone Cold used to do back in the old days, you know, when they just get punched and they're just getting fired up, like, and then start firing back. That's what I was doing. But it came off so cocky. Like, he was very dazed and confused at that point. Very dazed and confused. He was a fighter. He ain't gonna give up, but he had to. I was gonna do more damage. It was going to be very. See, look at that. Very. He was gone. No, he stopped it there. That was the end. That means he stopped. So, right here, most iconic moment of the whole entire match was that hug. That hug was the most iconic thing in the whole match. He started crying. I don't know why. I felt really bad for him. At that point, the hug went for a long time. I'll give that out there. The hug went for a long time. The stream kept going for a while. Yeah, so guys, that was my, well, sort of my view of the fight and how things were going for me. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys did, please give it a huge thumbs up, subscribe down below, and yo, thank you guys so much for the support. 70 subscribers, yo. Yeah, it's so awesome, and 10k views up in total. So that is awesome. Love you guys so much. Hope you guys enjoyed. Like and subscribe, and yep, see you guys in a bit. Bye.